Let's talk about concessions now. Selling a home can feel like navigating a maze, and in today's competitive market, you need every advantage to make your property stand out. Seller concessions can do that. These are financial incentives you can offer to help attract buyers, close deals faster, and even increase your chances of selling at or above your asking price. In this video, we'll cover what seller concessions are and how to use them strategically to your advantage. Let's start with the basics. Seller concessions are financial perks offered by the seller to ease the buyer's upfront costs. These can include covering closing costs, paying for repairs, or even assisting with property taxes or HOA fees. Think of them as a way to help buyers who are stretched thin on cash but still qualify for a mortgage. Why is this important? By reducing the financial hurdles for your buyers, you make your property more attractive, especially to first-time home buyers or those entering the market with tight budgets. For them, your offer could be the reason they choose your home over another. In short, as I've said in another video, you'll have a larger pool of buyers to work with. Keep in mind, as mortgage rates rise, the number of potential buyers falls, and concessions become even more important. Now let's look at the options. Seller concessions come in many forms, so you can tailor them to suit your buyer's needs and your goals. Number one, closing costs. One of the most common concessions is helping with closing costs. These include lender fees, title insurance, and other charges that can quickly add up for a buyer. Offering to cover part or all of these costs can make a big difference to someone trying to get their finances in order. Number two, inspections and home repairs. No home is perfect, and inspections often reveal areas that need attention. Instead of renegotiating the sale price, you can agree to pay for specific repairs. This shows goodwill and keeps the deal moving forward. Number three, HOA fees and property taxes. If your property is in an area with high HOA fees, for example, or property taxes, offering to cover some of these costs can be a game changer for buyers. This can make it easier for a buyer to say yes and come to contract with you. Keep in mind, though you can direct concession dollars to specific items, this is usually done where there is an obvious and demonstrable weakness in a system like HVAC or a new water heater. Those are pretty common. Generally speaking, though, it's best to offer a concession amount and let the buyer treat it like a bucket of money to do with as they wish. So, how do these concessions actually play out in a sale? Concessions can either be advertised up front or introduced during negotiations. For example, you might state in your listing that closing cost assistance is available. This can generate more interest from buyers who know they'll get financial help. Alternatively, concessions can become part of the back and forth negotiation process when an offer is on the table. I'm saying 90% of the time, that's how it's going to work. It's important to note these offers don't become official until they're included in the purchase agreement. So clear communication with your agent and the buyer is key to ensuring everything is documented properly. Here's where things can get confusing. Seller concessions are different from offers of compensation. Concessions are perks for the buyer, like covering closing costs or repair fees. Offers of compensation that we covered in the last video are payments made for a buyer's agent for bringing their client to the table. This distinction matters because it affects how you advertise and structure the deal. For example, some MLSs only allow you to advertise concessions with a simple yes or no. Some allow for a dollar amount. Your agent's going to guide you through those types of details. Now the big question, should you offer concessions? The answer depends on your market and your goals. In a buyer's market where buyers have the upper hand, concessions can be a smart way to attract attention and close deals faster. But in a seller's market where demand is high, they may not be necessary. The key here is knowing your local market conditions, and that is a conversation you should have with your agent. Seller concessions are a strategic tool to make your property stand out, especially in a competitive market. By easing the financial load on buyers, you're opening the door to more buyers and potentially a higher selling price. Remember, multiple offers is the golden ticket to a higher sale price. Whether it's covering closing costs, making repairs, or offering to pay HOA fees, concessions can be the key to closing your sale quickly and profitably. Just be sure to consult with your agent to craft an offer that aligns with your goals and the market conditions. In the end, seller concessions aren't just about making the sale, they're about creating a win-win scenario for both you and the buyer. That's the kind of strategy that gets deals done and homes sold.